In our minds, Good Friday has all these details, and we pull them from all four Gospels in a compilation. For instance, we may not know exactly where it is in the text, but we know a veil is torn, there's a cry of dereliction, an earthquake, a confession, a centurion, a flogging, gambling from the guards, a crown of thorns, nails, storm clouds, a spear, vinegar, and hyssop, a sign over the cross, and Mary standing at the foot of the cross. All of these are just part of the story, but I'm telling you, it's a compilation of all four Gospels, which is completely fine. But tonight, we're only reading from the Gospel of John. And when you just pull the Gospel of John out by itself, there is something absolutely amazing that we need to see. But first, I need to tell you what you don't see. In John, there's no mention of the time of day. There's no veil torn. There's no cry of dereliction. There's no earthquake. There's no cloud. There's no confession from the centurion. He's not even in the story. You would think, by the way that I'm describing it, the Gospel of John doesn't have much to say about Good Friday. But we would be wrong. And that's what I want you to see. There are three scenes that the Gospel of John has that the others don't include. And all three of them share a significant detail. The three is the inscription above the cross, the seamless tunic, and then the scene between the beloved disciple and Mary. All of these are found in John 19 through 27, the passage that Josh just read. So first, the inscription. Now, the other Gospels include this story, but there's a detail that John adds that the others don't, and it's in John 19:20. Many of the Jews read this sign, for the place where Jesus was crucified was near the city, and the sign was written in Aramaic, Latin, and Greek. All three major languages listed. Why? Because Jesus' death was meant for the whole world, not just the Jews. Jesus' death unites all communities, even those separated by cultures and clans. This detail matters, especially when it comes up against the next two. The seamless tunic, John 19:23 and 24. It's similar to the inscription. John's gospel adds a detail that Matthew, Mark, and Luke just don't include. For instance, in verse 23, it says that Jesus' garment was seamless, but then it says it was woven from above or from the top. The Greek here, the word is anothen. It means woven from above. The word is the same word in the story of Nicodemus, when Jesus tells Nicodemus that you must be born from above or born again. When you are from above, you are from another world. It's also mentioned in the moment between Jesus and Pilate, when Pilate had said that no authority was given to him except from above. John is using this word anothen for a double meaning. Now, my New Testament professor, Alan Culpepper, says the tunic is meant to be seen as a theme of unity across time. Jesus' death is not just for the living, those who were speaking Aramaic, Latin, and Greek in that moment. But Jesus' death also will unite all of humanity across time. Those who have already passed away before this moment, and all of us who are still to come. Not even his tunic can be torn because it is woven from beyond this life. Woven from above. This detail matters. The third scene, Mary and the beloved disciple. Jesus from the cross looks down to tell Mother Mary that the beloved disciple will now be his or her son, and that Mother Mary will now be the beloved disciple's mother. The Gospel of John, this is the only place that we have this story, and it's remarkable. This new kinship, this new family is unfolding in front of our eyes. Family is no longer, because of the cross, biological only, not in the kingdom of God. Jesus inaugurates a new family. Mother Mary is now the mother of us all, and we are. And this is the language we see throughout all of John's gospel. We are his own, children of God, brothers. My Father is your Father. As Jesus hangs on the cross, his final act is he draws all people to himself. Unity and kinship get established, and a new family unfolds. This deeply, deeply matters. Because of the cross, we are all brought into the family of God. All people across all time. These three moments only occur in John 19, and they make Good Friday that much more amazing. They show us why Jesus moves from the garden to the grave to bring forth into this world unity. That's the power of the cross. It unites all people across all time into one family. The inscription shows that Jesus is king over all creatures. The seamless tunic shows how we are united by being woven from above. Mary and the beloved disciple symbolize the emergence of God's new family. All three scenes scream unity. All people, all time, all family. And it all happens while Jesus is hanging on the cross. If you ask me, this is why we call it Good Friday.